Spencer Lewis here. We're at Sunset Speedway talking with 2013 late model Rookie of the Year contender, my man, the Cheque Casher, Herb Walters, one of the most accomplished super stock drivers in the province of Ontario. Former Sunset Speedway track champion. You've won a lot of big races, and you've been getting your feet wet in the late model division. Wanted to stop by and talk with you. Tell me a little bit about the first little bit of your 2013 campaign, my friend.
The first part of our campaign's been a little, it's been up and down. It's been a little rough. We got beat up a little bit, been learning lots. Car's been all over the place. It's been good, it's been bad. Coming here on a Wednesday night practice, car's great. Coming here on a Saturday and it's no good. And it just, it's a learning curve for us, and we'll just have to see how the rest of the year goes.
What's the hardest lesson you've had to learn so far? Because I know I've known you a long time, and you're all about learning things the hard way. What's the hardest lesson you've had to learn through the first 5 weeks of the season, the late model?
Be patient, especially and try to stay out of the way if you can. Try to avoid the carnage we had last weekend. You got to have your eyes peeled all the time. Make sure your spotter's aware of what's going on. It's been pretty tough.
Is the driving style that you have to implement with this car radically different than what you're used to with the Super Stock?
It is a little bit. I had a tendency with the Super Stock to drive the thing in really deep. This car especially, you can't really do that. You kind of got to get off your corner a little bit quicker, and every time I try to get it in too hard, the thing's trying to spin out. And so yeah, we're trying to learn the brakes and everything, and how much front and rear to have in it, and adjustments. But yeah, we're going to get used to it soon.
Have you found that the tire wear and tire management is that much different than what the Super Stock division offers?
Oh, it's 100% different. Your tire program has got to be right dead on for this. You don't want to burn them up, especially when we're only allowed to buy one tire a night. They give you 8 to start of the year, but it's good to have a set of practice tires so you can practice on them and not burn up your race tires. And as long as your tire management is good, then you shouldn't have any problem at all.
Now, we saw at the beginning of the video, we pan over to Afterglow Laser Spa and Salon. That's a new sponsor, my friend. It's always a happy day when a short track racer picks up a new sponsor. Tell the good folks of YouTube all about that.
Yeah, we friend of ours, Joe and Julie, they have their own spa and salon. They do hair and nails, and maybe I can get all the guys up to maybe get some free manis and petties and see what happens. But
Metrosexual.
Hey,
it's important. There's not enough of that in the racing industry right now.
Especially at the Speedway, for
sure. Exactly. I'm going to be the next client.
Yeah,
I'm excited about
definitely got to check them out for sure.
So there you go. So we spoke earlier on this year, and you said that a top 10 finishing points would just be ideal. You were looking for the Rookie of the Year crown. So far, your Rookie of the Year opponents haven't been running as consistently as you have. It looks as though you're a lock early on in the season for the Rookie of the Year crown. Is a top 10 points still reasonable? Is that still something you can see yourself achieving this season?
Yeah, that's something we'd at least like to get. We've been close to being in the top 5. We finished 6th so far, but everything else has been 11th, 12th, and it's just the competition here is just so tough. Especially if you don't qualify through your heat races, you got to start behind the fast cars. At least if you start at the front, you got a little bit of a chance to maybe get ahead of the slower guys that are in front of you. But when you're starting at the back here, it is just unbelievable.
Well, you're out here with a shoestring budget, beating a lot of the bigger, richer teams. Go ahead and thank the people that make all this possible.
I got to thank Graham Landscape Limited, Wild Wings South Barrie, Afterglow Laser Spa and Salon, Paid by Watson, Top Shop Auto Body Supplies, Rob Pool Racing. I got to thank Glenn Watts for all his help, Somto Motorsports, everybody here that's gave us a hand. Baker Performance Parts, we got some stuff off them earlier on in the year, and all the crew.
And what's the Twitter handle?
At Walter. I don't even know what it is. What is it? At HerWalter77.
At HerWalter77, and follow me on Twitter at Spencer Lewis. Thanks so much for watching. Spencer Lewis, the Cheque Casher, Herb Walters. We'll keep checking in with him throughout the summer as the season progresses, and we watch him compete for the 2013 Late Model Rookie of the Year crown. Herb, thanks so much for the time, brother.